Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. Today, I'm making a video on why I think the Washington Redskins should choose the Washington Red Wolves as their new team name. And I'm going to be showing you guys some insane Red Wolves uniform designs and logo designs. And I'm going to let you guys know what I think Dan Snyder will choose as the new team name and what I think is in the lead. If you guys are new, subscribe for Redskins and NFL content. So let's get into it. So I think there are about three team names that are in contention to be the Washington Redskins team name. So the first one is the Washington Warriors, the second is the Red Tails, and the third, because of fans, in my opinion, I think it is the Washington Red Wolves. I think it's by far the most popular name by fans for the new team name. And I know a lot of people like different names. I'm honestly fine with any of them. I just want to get this over with. But my least favorite is probably Red Tails. I do like the story behind it, but it just doesn't sound right. But Warriors would be okay for me. But Red Wolves is my favorite. So let's go. I'm gonna read what this guy said. So Red Wolves gaining some serious traction in Washington. Defensive lineman Jonathan Allen hyped the name on Twitch. Will Compton did below, and the fan petition supporting it just passed 3,500 signatures, and now it's about 5,000. Red wolves are an endangered species native to southeast the United States, as well as a past support squad for Navy SEALs. So it pretty much has the perfect storm, and the fans are absolutely loving it. So I'm going to be giving you guys some background information on the Red Wolves, and then after that, I'm going to be showing you guys some insane uniform concepts for the Redskins, or for the Red Wolves, sorry. So here's some background on it. So the red wolf is the world's most endangered canid and the southeast native wolf, uniquely all-American. The red wolf's entire historical range is confined within what is now the United States. Once roaming as far west as Texas down into Florida and up into the Midwest, the red wolf now persists in only a fraction of its range. So I think it would bring a lot of attention to the red wolves and might help it get some more habitat, and I think it would be really good. Maybe the Redskins, if they were to become the Red Wolves, they could start donating some money into some foundations, and I think it would be a really, really good idea. Red Wolves were designated as an endangered species in 1967. Today, about 40 red wolves roam their native habitats in eastern North Carolina as a non-essential experimental population, and more than 200 red wolves are maintained in captive breeding facilities throughout America. So they are extremely endangered, and I like that backstory. I think it's a perfect backstory, and also you got the military background in there too, with the Navy SEAL squadron. So also John Kine, great Redskins beat reporter, did a poll for which name we should choose, and he actually got 16,298 votes, and it was 25.5% Warriors, 43.7% Red Wolves, 8.8% Red Hawks, and 22% Red Tails. So the Red Wolves won by a lot, and I think it's a consensus by fans. Or most fans do think that it should be the Washington Red Wolves. There's some fans also think that it should be the Warriors and Red Tails, but I think Red Wolves is the fan favorite. So now I'm going to also talk about some more backstory later, but I want to show you guys some of my favorite uniform designs. So first of all, look at this. This is I absolutely love this, and it would not be one of our main uniforms, but it would probably be an alternate uniform or a color rush. I really, really like it. And I'll also show the logos later. And some of these guys designed DC Sports Experience. Go check him out on Twitter. He actually had these scratch marks right here on the helmet. And I don't really like that. I like the logo itself. I'll show you guys a couple more logos after this on the helmet. And it has kind of an Arctic feel to it. It looks really, really nice. And you have the Red Wolves in the back right here. And of course, Terry McLaurin. It looks absolutely sick. And of course, like I said, this wouldn't be one of our main uniforms, but it would be an absolute sick color rush. And I think you could keep the normal uniforms that we have right now. If you really want to make it more modern, maybe you add some scratch marks or something like that. But besides that, I think you can just do this as an alternate. It looks absolutely sick. This is by far the best Red Wolves uniform concept I have seen by DC Sports Experience. Absolute, really, really, really good. Now I'll also go into my favorite logo. I know it does look a little bit cartoony, but it has that NFL vibe to it. I really like it. There's a couple others. If you don't like this one, I'll show you a couple more, but I do like this. It has a red wolf on the side, and I know it's cartoony, some people don't like that, but I think it looks pretty solid. And if you don't like that one, I'll give you guys a couple more options. There are some other logo options right here. So this one's okay in my opinion. You could keep it old school and have the R on the side on the helmet and have it kind of like a wolf theme. You got the claws on the side right there, the ears and the mouth. I think that looks decent, but honestly though, I much rather have the actual wolf on the side, or just keep it as a normal old school R. I don't really like the wolf on it, but it looks okay. And now on to some other helmets and uniform designs. Will actually go into DC Sports Experience, and that was by far earlier his best one in my opinion. By far, the other ones he made were still okay, but it's not as good as his other one. And yeah, some other benefits to having the Washington Red Wolves as a team name. It's an endangered species, and it's like an aggressive name. It would bring fear into opponents. I really like that. Here's another one. This is probably the DC Sports Experience, one of his worst ones. It's still okay, I guess, but I don't like it. I don't really like the claw prints on the shoulder pads or anything. It's okay, I would say, and the logo isn't the best. We'll go into a couple more. Here's another Red Wolves. This one's slightly better. You got the scratch marks on the side. It's not as good as his other one, of course, but yeah, I really like it, especially since it's a endangered species. And you could say werewolves. There's already timber wolves, but I think it's also the good thing about it. It's a unique name. There's no wolves or anything close to it in the NFL. It's not like a bird name where you have the Eagles, Falcons, Seahawks, and I'm probably missing a couple where it's really not a unique name. The Red Wolves would be a really unique name. The only other wolves that I can think of is the Timberwolves, and that is in the NBA, and it's still kind of different. So I think it would bring a really unique feel to DC, and you could still keep the burgundy and gold, like I said. That's what I would really like. You could keep the burgundy and gold and just change up the logo. Here's another. Also, guys, if you want to go, if you really, really like the Red Wolves as a name, go on Twitter. I actually will leave the link in the description here. Redskins Today made a petition, so you can sign that if you want. Here's another logo I've seen. It looks okay right here as the Red Wolves. My only problem with it is that it does look like a wolf, definitely, but it also can look like a bear. So that's my only problem with it. It does look obviously not cartoony like the other one, but I think it looks okay. Here's another one. This one looks pretty good in my opinion. But there's a lot. It's getting national attention. Pat McAfee said he loves it. Kevin Durant said it. Dwayne Haskins said it. This uniform is probably my second favorite Red Wolves I've seen. Obviously, the white one by far. You cannot top that unless you add some burgundy and gold. This one's okay. The colors don't really. I don't like this burgundy and gold look, especially the burgundy. It's too dark in my opinion. Here you see a home and away. It's just a little too dark for me. This white one looks a little bit better. Just you can't really mess up the color white. There's only one shade of it, but I wish the burgundy was a little more reddish, you know what I mean? But it looks okay. I've seen a lot of good concepts, but by far, of course, is the other one that we saw earlier by DC Sports Experience. Here's another one right here. You don't really got to change much, guys. You just, on the uniform, all you got to do, you can rebrand a little bit, but you can add these slash marks right or scratch marks right here, and you just change from the Redskins to the Red Wolves. And I do know, guys, it does suck changing our team name because it does have a great historical thing about it. It started 88 years ago to honor Native Americans, and now we have to change our name. But it's not Dan Snyder's fault. We have to do it at this point, and I know it does suck. Here are a couple other logos. This looks okay, but it doesn't. It looks, I don't know, it's just not aggressive enough in my opinion. It doesn't look intimidating enough. That's what I like about the cartoon one. This is okay though. Definitely though, my favorite out of these three would either be this one right here, the bottom left one, or the bottom right one. The top one just has too much yellow with the red, so it's hard to see. But if you want to keep the burgundy and gold, the bottom right, in my opinion, would be the best one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I really have enjoyed seeing all these concepts, but again, this one is the best by far. And if you guys like another team name, let me know that down in the description, and I can do a video on that if it's the Warriors or the Red Tails. But in my opinion, it's gonna be the Warriors unless something changes. But I think we can make a difference if we keep putting this out there, hashtag Red Wolves on Twitter, trying to get as much traction as possible. I do think we can get to Dan Snyder because he does have people monitoring this on social media. And if he can't get that trademark for the Warriors going through because there are some ongoing problems with it, then Red Wolves might work. Again, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and share this with your friends if you guys like the Red Wolves and try to get it out there. Thanks for watching. Peace.